Hi friends. So today we will discuss very important question, interview question. What is fail safe and fail fast iteration in Java? So before moving this part, first we will know like what is the iterator. Iterator means basically we are we are retrieving the element from the collection one by one basically. Let's take example, it's array list. For example, it's array list and it's storing some integer value. Okay, and this is the list basically. Let's take new, and we can make array list, and this is optional. We can mention or it's not required, or we can just declare some array list array. So we can declare arrays basically. Just use arrays dot to list and pass some value here. 1 2 3 4. So if it determines you are reading one value, two value, three value, four value, so this is the iteration. So this is the iteration basically. Now we will move like modification, concurrent modification exception. What is concurrent modification exception? This means basically we are trying to modify the value during the iteration time. Suppose one thread they assign some operation. Suppose thread assign some operation, they are retrieving the value, some value. But in that time you are trying to modify the element. So in this case, what will happen? It will occur the exception. Some exception will be occur. So this is the process is called as the concurrent modification, because one thread they are operating one operation, they are performing some operation, and you are trying to do some other operation during the iteration time. So this is the concurrent modification exception. Concurrent modification. Basically, we are performing operation during the iterate, iteration time. So, okay. So basically, in Java, there are two type of iterator, two type of iterator basically. So first is fail fast, and second one is fail safe. Fail safe. So first we will discuss the fail fast. Fail fast. So in fail fast, basically what happened in fail fast? For example, take array list. Take this example. Okay, you are reading the value. Suppose you are just retrieving the value one. You can iterate, two iterate, then three. Then in between iteration, you are trying to modify. Suppose you are trying to add some value. So in this case, what will happen? It will occur one exception which is called un unmodification, concurrent unmodification exception. Concurrent concurrent unmodification exception will be occur. Concurrent modification exception will occur. Concurrent modification exception will occur basically. So this is the fail fast basically in fail fast, and basically fail fast they are using the original value during the iteration time. That's the reason we are not modify the original object of the list. So basically, second in this point we can mention they they are using original value. Though they are using original object. Let's example is like hash map, array list, vector. So those are example of the fail fast, and also this is the fail fast is very like it is also fast more than the fail safe. So it is fast, and also they are not created they are not created any clone object. They are not creating any clone object or copy object, and also like they taken less memory. They taken less memory because they are not creating any clone object. So these are the important point. First, in fail fast, if you are trying to modify the any value during the iteration time, it will occur concurrent modification exception. Second, they are using original object, and it is fast more than fail safe, and also they are not creating any copy object or clone object, and they take less memory because they are not creating any clone object. Okay, let's move into the fail fail safe, sorry. Let's move into the fail safe. So in fail safe, what will happen? So during the iteration time, you can modify the value also. You got my point, because they are not modify the original value. They are trying to modify the clone value or copy of object. They will modify. They will not uh, modify the our original object. So in fail say basically like they create copy of object or clone of object, any can you can say. So second, it will not trigger any exception. It will not trigger any exception. So, and means like that you can modify the value during the iteration time. Okay, but they will create a copy of object, means they took more memory. They took more memory. So these are the important point, like in the failsafe basically. Okay, so let's move into the practical. So these are the very important, and this is mostly ask these question in the experience, like if you are experiencing 2 or 3 year of experience in Java, mostly they will ask this question. It's very important questions. Yeah, so let's move into the practical. Open IntelliJ basically. Just open the IntelliJ here. We can open the IntelliJ. Okay, so let's create. First, we can create the fail fast example. So here we can create fail fast example. Here we can create fail fast example class. Now we can create public static void main. We can create, and we can string args. Just pass the array, and let's create first fail fast. We are saying it. So in fail fast, what will happen during the iteration time? We will not modify the collection. So let's take example is hash map, array list, vector. Those are the fail fast example. So let's create one map here, and we can store the value is string, and string. Okay, so let's take the student details. Basically, the student, we can take student details and new. Here we can hash map we can take, and this is optional. So here it's either coming, so just import the value. Okay, so here now we can add some value here. uh, student student dot put some value, and here we can just store the, let's say, Vijay, and store address, some address we can take, it's UP, and just copy, just add this value, just copy it and just paste it, just paste it. Okay, let's change. Ajay, let's change, this is Delhi, and let's take this example is Rohit. Rohit, take this is Hyderabad, Hyderabad, and let's take this Ankit. It's Bangalore. Just example. Okay. 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 So now we are just make the iterator itr is equal to, let's take student dot, here we can call the key set method here. So key set basically it's in list, we are iterating the value basically using iterator iterator method. Okay. Okay, let's pass the string basically. Okay. Okay, just import the class, map class import. Now let's write while method here, and this itr that has method we can use for iterating the value here, and then we can just here. Now we are printing the value, so system dot out dot println. Okay, just we can write println. Okay. Now what we can use here, student dot get, we can use get method here, and we can iterate the value. So using next method we can just read the value, we can print the value. Okay, so here using this method, here we are checking, okay, next value is available, then it will return the next value. Okay, and then again they will check if available, then it will print the next value, and then after that in fail fast val, so here we are trying to modify the value during the iteration time, means using this method we are iterating the value, and inside this we are trying to modify the value. So here let's take, we are trying to add some value. So here just we are adding some, let's take a name, any name you can take Sanjay. Okay, let's take, and we are trying to print some, uh, just take Pune. Okay. So here we are trying to modify. So in fail fast, basically what will happen when we are trying to modify the value during the iteration time, it will occur the concurrent modification exception. Means we will, it's a sudden, it will abort our operation basically. So we can't modify during the iteration time value. So let's take run and we'll see the what is the output basically. So if you see here, this error will come. See, concurrent modification exception. So means like that, in this time one thread they'll assign some operation iteration, but in during time we are also trying to perform some operation in same object which is original object, so we will not do because it's original object we can perform only one operation in time. So this is called the fail fast. Okay, so let's move into the fail safe example. So just create one class here, uh, fail safe example. Let's okay, so fail safe example, let's take first we can mention the main method public static void main. Public static void main, here we can create just string, just create it. So in fail safe, what is the example in fail safe? Basically, fail safe example is concurrent, hash map, copyright, array list. Those example is the fail safe example. So let's take concurrent here. Uh, let's take concurrent hash map. Okay, concurrent hash map we can take here, pass the string, comma string. We can pass the a string and string. Okay, so here just okay. So concurrent and just take the student. Okay, it's equal to name. Here we can take concurrent modification. Uh, let's take concurrent hash map. Okay, so here we can pass the string, comma string. Okay, just take it. Now just we can copy and we can paste it. Okay. Now we are adding some value inside this. Let's take m dot put here student dot put. So here add some value here. Let's take copy the this. Okay. This value we can just trying to copy. Okay. Let's move here. Okay. So these are the value we have added here. Now we are make iterator. Uh, we can make here iterator interface and ITR is equal to, here we can make student dot here key set, using key set we can return the map value. So here we can use the iterator method and here we can use while, and under this we can ITR dot, we can check the next value. If next value is available we can here print the value. So here system dot out dot println. Okay, and we can just print the value. Let's take student dot get itr dot next. Okay, we can try to value, and now also in fail safe we are trying to, let's take, we are trying to modify the value as well. Okay, so let's take student dot and let's put some value here. So here let's take Rohan. Just take it Rohan, and Rohan is from, let's take Mumbai. Okay, so okay, so our code is complete here. So here in failsafe, basically what will happen? We can perform operation both. I means we can, during the iteration time we can modify our map also. So example is like concurrent hash map and copyright array list. So those are the example of the failsafe example. So here basically in what will happen here, so they, in failsafe they are creating one object, copy object, one original object, they are create one clone object and they are performing operation over the clone. So here iteration operation is performing on the copy of object. Okay, so let's run and let's see like what is the output here. So just execute. See here, so our value will be print here. See, Hyderabad. Okay, so here it's in Hyasma. Basically, they are like uh, adding the value on the basis of hiring mechanism. Okay, so that's the reason it's not coming in the sequence. So here, if you see, like we are trying to add the Mumbai. So here, if you see, Mumbai will be added into the list. So like we are iterating as well as we are adding modifying the value. So this is the difference in the fail safe and fail fast. So major differences we can say in the fail safe and fail fast. In fail fast, during the iteration time we can't modify the list. It will occur the concurrent modification exception. It will immediate about your program in the fail fast case, and they will not create the copy of object, and they are using the original object, and the memory have less. And in fail safe case, you can do same time iteration and modification, both you can do. And also because they will create the copy of object, and that's the reason it will take more memory, and it will be slow more than of our fail fast. So for example, it's concurrent has map and your copyright array list. Okay, so these are the very important question, and this question is asked mostly in the like uh, your TCS, Mindtree, LTI, AMDOC, Citibank. So these question mostly they will ask these companies. Okay. So thank you guys. Bye bye.